We have another queer news update, everybody, this time at Breitbart, Dateline Berlin. And welcome back to the channel, Cultural Confederacy here. It's Sunday night, pipe and coffee in hand as always, so let's get to this. This is a story by Peter Cadle, last name Caddle. Protesters at an LGBTQ event in Berlin have demanded that the Ukraine is armed in order to allow the Russian-occupied city of Mariupol to host a pride parade. Pro-LGBTQIA2S, let me read that again. Pro-LGBTQIA2S, they just keep adding to this alphabet, don't they? Demonstrators at a pride event in Berlin have demanded that weapons are sent to Ukraine in order to enable the country's rulers to liberate the port city of Mariupol and host a pride parade there. Ooh, and they got a picture of some rugs for sale. Ooh, I'd better get gayed up. The Berlin-based event, which took place on Saturday, was one of many Christopher Street Day demonstrations across Europe, with the pan-European celebration occurring annually in memory of the Stonewall riots. Everybody remember Stonewall? Now, 10 years before in Stonewall, you had the Cooper Donut riot. And back in 1966, in between the Cooper Donut riot, getting into our queer history here, and Stonewall, you had the Compton Cafeteria riot in San Francisco. There's a documentary. It's actually a very good documentary. You should go and watch it. It's called Screaming Queens right here on YouTube. I think it was from some channel in San Francisco, public TV. But I love reading up about stories like that from the past, because I love odd history, odd factoids. But according to a report by broadcaster Rundfunk Berlin Brandenburg, police said around 350,000 individuals took part in the protest, which this year reportedly centered around a, quote, strong signal for diversity, freedom, and respect, and against hate, war, and discrimination. But I'll tell you what's going on here. They want to have a pride parade. So the only way to get around that is to demand weapons go to the Ukraine so they can hold their little pride parade. So it's not even about liberating the Ukrainian people. It's about them holding their pride parade, because their pride parade is more important than what's going on in the Ukraine. But send weapons to protect the Ukrainian people so we can have a pride parade. However, for at least some protesters at the event in the German capital, sending a strong signal against war included demanding Ukraine be sent more weapons. And they've got a picture here of people marching with their rainbow flags and their umbrellas and their cheesy little signs. And they've got one right in front of this banner that says, "Arm Ukraine, make pride in Mariupol possible." More specifically, the protesters held up signs demanding that arms are delivered to the country in order to allow Mariupol to host a pride parade. "Arm Ukraine," the banner, which was written in English, read, adding, "Make pride in Mariupol possible," as I said in this photo they have here. Others taking part in the protest waved Ukrainian flags and wore Ukrainian colors, though others opted instead to wear dog masks, chains, and various other comparatively apolitical attire. Ooh, kinky. So they basically want a, Fulton Street Fair? That's a real eye-opener, folks. If you haven't seen pictures of the Fulton Street Fair. Well, officials in Germany have come under fire over just exactly how much they are supporting Ukraine in its ongoing war with Russia. What was made extremely clear on Saturday was that the German political class is in lockstep with the demands of the LGBTQIA2S community activists taking part in the day's events. For example, the rainbow flag of the LGBT community was reportedly flown from the Buddhist... Let me say that again. The LGBTQ RSPQ2IAZ to the third power of N to 3 to... I did a video way back about this, and if we keep going down this road, where we keep adding all these letters to the LGBTQ alphabet, and we can't figure out who exactly we are, we're going to have problems. Serious problems. Because right there, you just destroy the entire movement. So this flag flown from Bundestag, Germany's federal parliament, was flown for the first time on the day of the march. Ooh, that's an ugly flag. Ew. No. I need to make a correction here. Some guy's dressed, as I said, in a dog mask. He's got a collar on, wearing gloves, black gloves. He's got a flag. Ew. Wouldn't want to date him. Other federal buildings also opted to display the banner with the country's interior ministry, which is run by the allegedly Antifa-linked politician Nancy Faeser, and defense ministry opting to fly the flag, as did the Reichstag building. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Got to brush up on my German. Isn't that sad? I'm part German. I don't even know German. Meanwhile, leftist Berlin Mayor Franziska Giffey declared that her city is and will remain the rainbow capital, demanding that all citizens of Germany resolutely oppose what she described as hate and exclusion. Got another guy here. He's wearing a COVID mask, black COVID mask. He's got his hat on backwards. And he's painted in blackface. He's painted all black. I kid you not. Go look at Breitbart and take a look at this photo. And he's got a huge chain around his neck with a lock on it. I thought blackface was offensive. So here you are holding a pride parade, and you got some guy dressed up in blackface or in black makeup all over his body, wearing his hat backwards. Does he think he's black? Whether or not the German capital is or will remain the quote-unquote rainbow capital remains to be seen. Certainly it seems unclear whether the city, or indeed Germany as a whole, will remain under the control of Giffey and Faeser's leftist Social Democratic Party, better known as the SPD. Being at the head of the country's ruling coalition that has so far botched the handling of the country's gas, inflation, and immigration crises. Almost sounds like America, doesn't it? The SPD has now seen its popularity plummet nationwide to 18%. This is compared to 26% of the vote share during last year's election, which resulted in the party taking power alongside the far-left Greens and liberal Free Democrats. Meanwhile, both the centrist Christian Democratic Union, known as the CDU, formerly led by Angela Merkel, and right-wing populist Alternative für Deutschland, AfD, has gained favor with the public, with the former polling at 27% and the latter at 12%. So this is at Breitbart. You got these activists in Berlin, in Germany, who are demanding arms be sent to the Ukraine so that they can hold a pride parade. Another Queer News Update. Thank you for being with me. Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. I'll catch you next time. God bless this great country, and if you like the video, you know what to do. Also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, or on Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. You all have a great weekend.